Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to go over something real quick. Well, not real quick, but just talk a little bit. Um, just about, I guess you can call it religion or whatever. You know, so when I was younger, I went through the Bible a couple of times, and I grew up, got a little bit older, went through church for quite a few years on Sundays. I wasn't like the super religious one that went on Tuesday, Wednesday night Bible studies or whatnot, but I got through it. But I've been through the Bible about two times before I was even 20, right? Thought I knew something, didn't know nothing. But wind up getting to going through church. I used to listen to radio pastors all day long on my way back and forth to work. All of them. I was a fan of Benny Hinn. I was a fan of John Hagee. I thought he was one of the best preachers around, right? My pastor in my church thought he was good. I didn't agree with everything, but I thought everybody was good. I was like, man, this Christianity stuff is wonderful. That wasn't what I was saying, but you know what I mean. And you get to the point today, right? Roughly, well, I shouldn't say today, like 5 years ago, right? I don't know when it was. It was right after Prince died. I went down this crazy rabbit hole of finding problems with everything: the food, the water, the, the chemtrails, absolute the medical field, the everything, finding all kinds of problems, right? And I came across something one day that said, "You people don't know, but you're the children of Israel." And for me, I'm not like everybody else. I can be a nerd sometimes. For me, that sparked my interest. I'm like, huh? Like, what does that mean? And I looked into it. I looked into it. And I'm not getting into detail, but I saw the 400-year prophecy. And I was saying, okay, now let me count up these years that happened in Egypt. Egypt wasn't nothing but about 260, or if that. And most of it wasn't even slavery. Most of it, they were treated like kings and queens and given the best land in the land of Goshen in Egypt, right? Remember, Joseph he was like king next to Pharaoh. Um, so when you go through all these things in your head, and you kind of look at Deuteronomy 28 and 68 specifically, but the whole Deuteronomy 28, the curses and the blessings, the curse shall be a sign upon the people. In other words, without going through the curses right now, but a poverty stricken people, that'll be a sign of who those people are. And in a country like now where we scatter to the four ends of the earth, mainly the United States and the Caribbean islands and South America, but the, just all the details. I'm saying all the details. I know a lot of them. I don't know them all, but there's so many details to prove that we are the people. We are the people of this book, right? And when we claim that, why does nobody care to dig into it, right? Why do even our own people hate to be called Hebrew Israelites or the people? Why we buck at that? A lot of us are taking it on and saying, "Yeah, I'm a Hebrew, but no, I ain't from no Africa. I'm black. I'm whatever." But why are we bucking? Like, what's wrong with us? Like, why are we doing that? Are we a stiff necked people, meaning hard headed as hell? Like, what's the deal? Like, I'm in my garage, y'all, so y'all might hear some background noise, something pulling. I hear somebody playing some music out there. But anyway, um, what's I don't get what's the big deal. Nobody questioned the other folks when they said they was Israel. Yet we get all the questions. And forget all the questions, right? When you go to your family and you tell your family, you excited, you done discovered something that ain't never been told you in all these years you went to church, and you didn't even see it when you was reading the Bible yourself, because you was kind of programmed to pull out, prosperity preaching, love your neighbor or love everybody. You can't hate nobody, etc. And you probably shouldn't hate nobody, but the Most High has his enemies. The children of Israel had enemies. I'm not saying you got to hate them, but you can have enemies. And let somebody cuss you out or do something shady against you, boy, you be hollering how much they hate you. Yeah, they hate, but they're your enemies. So anyway, when you go and tell your family about something you didn't discover, or at least that you didn't realize that was right in front of your face, when you can go in and read chapters like Deuteronomy 28, and you can go to Deuteronomy 30 and look at how we're going to be restored from all corners of the earth. Wheresoever he put us, he going to gather us again from those nations. And you tell your family this, or you at least try to get to that point. You can't even get to the point of sharing that because they already shut you out. They already said, nah, I can't do that. I ain't no hater. I can't hate. I don't hate nobody. And that all they do is teach hate. Then you get another one tell you that's all it's about is preaching the gospel. What? Preaching the gospel? The gospel is from Genesis to Revelation. That's what the gospel is. It's the whole story. Anyway, my point of bringing this up is I've struggled with family for so long trying to get this message out. And I just feel like I shouldn't even say nothing about it. So if I can't say nothing to them about it, I'm gonna say something to y'all about it. And I'm gonna put it out there, and you do with it what you want to. If you want to reject what's being said, that you the people, and that the end times is here, and that Yeshua is coming back to scoop us up and take us out of here on a second Exodus, that's on you. Ignore it then. Ignore it then. I'm not. I'm straightening up my act. I'm straightening up my act. Yeah, even though I knew this, my act wasn't completely straight, but I'm straightening my act. What you doing? So yeah, anyway, it's too much evidence, y'all. I ain't even got I got slides on this stuff and everything that I created like 5 years ago that I never really got to share with nobody because nobody was interested. They like, oh yeah, well, that don't mean nothing. What that mean? I mean, I think the main part is, me and my baby was talking about is nobody want to keep the commandments. The commandments is egregious to people. The commandments is rebuked by people. That's crazy. We rebuke the commandments? That's what we doing? So anyway, man, I heard, I watched Tale Ministries, and I heard him ask the question, just put it out there. Are you wicked? Just chew on that. Are you wicked? Is that why you reject the commandments? Is that why you reject being the people? Or acting like we even in a time that we in? Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, let me just read this, y'all. This is it's a decent sized chapter, 24 verses. I'm gonna just read this and I'm gonna just go through it like I'm not gonna just read it. I'm gonna just go through everything that's being said. Let me see if I can do that with any type of sense. Let me see. Hopefully it ain't too tedious, but let's go. All right. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, right? For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious. And in death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter, though we had never been. For the breath of our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Now, listen what they saying. They basically saying, we gonna die, y'all. We ain't got much life. We ain't got much to do here. We in the streets anyway. We shooting each other anyway. You know, somebody gonna kill me next week because I done did all this dirt. So, or whenever they gonna kill me. I don't expect to live past 21, 25. You know, if we lucky, we might be an old man one day. So this is what they're saying. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. In other words, let's cast off all judgment. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. And every good thing that passes in front of our face, we gonna take it. It ain't got to necessarily be taken, but we gonna get what we gonna get. We gonna get a bag. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Yeah, let's put some gold teeth in our mouth so we can cover up one of them missing ones, right? Or just let's just put a crown in our mouth before we get too old to enjoy ourselves, or before we ain't here no more. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. This is us, y'all. We don't want to respect our old men and old women no more. We don't call them Mr. and Mistress Jackson, Johnson. We call them by their first name. We didn't lost respect. And not only that, but these young cats that kill the old cats without blinking, maybe 15 and 16. I ain't never been like that. All you got to do is turn on the TV, YouTube or something. You'll see some rapper just got shot. Yeah, what's really going on? Anyway, verse 11, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. You know what that's saying, y'all? It's like, let us pump fear into our enemies and let that be the law. If we say, don't speak on my name, don't speak on my name. Whatever that is, whatever, it ain't got nothing to do with the law of God. It's the law of the streets, right? Anyway, 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy the transgressions or transgressings of our education. In other words, they don't even want to be corrected. Nope. Get out my face with that. We don't want to hear that Hebrew shit. That's a white man's Bible. Law, keep a law. I'm a Christian, but I ain't keeping no law. That's for them Old Testament folks. Think about that though. I'm gonna stop right here. Think about that. If we identify the Israelites of old time, and we have the Israelites of today, and we know that the old ones, the old Israelites, our forefathers, they broke his commandment. They broke the covenant. The covenant is the commandments. If you do this, I'll bless you. If you do that, I'll curse you. It's the commandments. So if the old Hebrews, the old Israelites, broke the commandments and they was cast aside, what you think gonna happen to us? What do you think is gonna happen to us? It's the same thing. If we the people and we had a covenant, a never-ending covenant, the covenant didn't end just because it say Old Testament. Come on now. I'm not saying everything in that Old Testament applies, but most of those commandments do. Yeshua himself said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Hello? Keep my commandments. You can look all through Proverbs. Every book of Proverbs is telling you to keep the commandments. Does that make Proverbs evil? Or does that make you evil? Are you wicked? 13, he professeth to have knowledge of God and calleth himself a child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that God is his father. Yeah, that's y'all, you Christians. Let us see if his words be true. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hands of his enemies. We got enemies, y'all. They coming. They not playing. Look around. You get that shot? Did you get that shot? Yeah. That's not the only thing. Look around. Look what's going on. Everything is surrounding you. You're about to be poor. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mysteries of God, they knew them not. Neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Are you wicked? You know what you're going to find with your wickedness? Right here. I just highlighted it. Are you wicked? Do you reject the people? Yeah, if you reject the people, guess what? You're going to get rejected. Because the Bible tells you if you bless Israel, he'll bless you. It's not talking about a land. Israel is a person. His name was Jacob, the father of the 12 tribes. But y'all blessing the wrong people. I got to go because I had to jump on something for some work stuff, but I'll jump back on and see if I can continue this chat. Yep. All right.